Quick question. 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 Quick question.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Quick Question. I am Travis.
I am Jonathan.
And because it is season 2, the season of guests,
Guess what we have, Trev?
we have a guest.
We have a confirmed guest.
confirmed guest
in the studio.
to Studio QQ. A real comedy cutie herself, Miss Erica Rhodes, someone I have said is charming as fuck from day one. And
I can
stand
confirm.
behind
I
that.
can confirm that. He has.
Oh, you guys.
I have known Erica for, I think I was doing the mental math on it. I think about 6 years we've known each other now.
That long? And
I
we've
know.
seen each other twice.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
We've hung out exactly 2 times
Exactly
in
2
6
times.
years.
Yep.
Unacceptable, Travis.
Well, we've also done really bottom basement shows together, and then
That's true.
you went off and got new faces at Just for Laughs. So
And now everything's
So
blowing up
fancy.
for me. Blowing
So,
up.
guys, you have no idea how difficult it was to get her in the studio.
it was so hard. The only
It
time
was like agents and managers and just fuck.
and
I
I'm
was
like,
a holiday? Let's do it.
and I was like, I know her. We've hung out twice. Please, just tell her.
We
Tell her.
got you a present.
Everybody who comes to
present?
Quick
No,
Question.
not every. Just we got her a present. Shh, special.
I mean, every Erica who comes on
Yeah,
Quick Question
make me feel special, why don't you?
get a bag of oranges. Grown.
A whole bag?
whole
A whole
bag
bag of oranges from my
Oh my
tree.
God, that
From
is
Sadowski's
so
Oranges.
cool,
Orchard.
you
Yeah.
guys.
And they are award-winning oranges.
Award-winning.
From right there, that tree.
Did
That
you
big
really
tree.
pick them off your orange
I
tree?
watched them do it before you
You
got
guys,
here.
that's so cool.
Put them in the fridge for about an hour before you eat them, and they're the best oranges you've ever had. That's not a
Oh
lie.
my God, I love this gift.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
it's
you-
like a really cool gift.
Yeah, well,
welcome.
it's also too. It's good fruit. You got to do something with fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Look,
actually
you know
was
what?
thinking I need to eat more fruit lately.
What's
so
funny, 'cause I talked to your doctor recently,
That's true.
and he was like, she's a
he's
little
like, I
deficient in
haven't
vitamin
heard
C.
from her in
Yeah.
2 years.
She's
Yeah.
a little deficient in vitamin C. And I said, you know what, doc? I'm going to make this one count.
We don't want Erica
Wow.
Rhodes to get scurvy, so we're giving you
No.
citrus.
It's
yeah.
so thoughtful, you guys. And
Hey.
you know what? I think I've seen my doctor about as much as I've seen Travis.
Yeah.
There you go.
So barely at all. Barely at all. Just at bottom basement comedy shows.
Yeah. Which is good. You don't want to see a doctor much.
No.
No.
You don't want to be on a bill with your doctor.
You know,
No,
although,
you don't.
although, you know what? I've recently talked with Melissa about this, and we
Melissa's your fiance.
Yes, Melissa's my
Oh,
fiance.
thank
She's
you.
inside rearranging furniture.
Oh, that's what they do. Leave it to me to say the most sexist thing.
But what we
go
were
ahead.
talking about was we've been thinking about going and getting just a diagnostic MRI.
What?
Just
What?
to make sure.
No, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard.
But just to make sure.
Sorry.
Just
but-
to make sure I got no lumps.
No.
That's not what an MRI is for.
No.
Yes, it does.
No,
Yes, it is. It detects tumors in soft
You're
tissue.
thinking of a CAT scan.
Okay.
What you're thinking of is a CAT scan.
I did this all day yesterday, and yes.
No, you don't want to go looking for things. If you go looking, you will find.
Yes.
Yeah, but if
Do
you
not look
find, you
for-
can prevent.
No,
You
no,
can-
no,
you-
no,
No,
no, no,
Erica
no.
is
It's
right.
the opposite.
Why?
You will always find something. You
But
will
don't you kind of
always
if I have
find-
something lurking in my body, wouldn't I want to
John.
know about it the
No,
minute?
no.
John, don't you
No,
know
we're
that
all gonna die.
there's the saying everyone says medical ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
Everyone knows
yes.
that's true. The more you don't know what's wrong with you, the happier you
My
are.
mom has always taught me never go to the doctor. Never. Never go to the doctor. They will find something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's their
So
job.
don't go.
Yeah.
Don't
But like,
go.
what if? But hypothetical. What if down the road I want to get something like
Hypochondrical.
Yeah,
hear me out.
Good
Down
one.
the road, something goes wrong, and they're like, "Well, if you would have noticed this 2 years ago, we could have prevented it."
No.
Now,
No.
this is
It
the 2
doesn't
years
work
ago.
that way. It doesn't work.
Sure,
that
it does.
You're thinking of a car? You're thinking of oil changes? That's what you're thinking of.
I
You can
treat
get a
my car the
diagnostic.
same way. I never take my car in. I have had an emergency light on for the past 3 months.
Yeah, you might
Have I
want to
done
check
anything?
that.
Have I done anything about it? No. Did I make it here alive? Yes.
I mean, you're living proof that what you're doing is working.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see your doctor twice a year, and you never change your oil, and
I see my doctor once every other year, I think.
there you go.
For what? Just
I
for
don't know,
fun?
just to check
Just
up.
to check up?
Oh, just
Every-
a checkup.
Every other year. That's basically never.
I'm 39 years old. I've never had an MRI. I think this is
Oh my
now-
God. I'm 44-year-old. I've had somewhere in the neighborhood of 20. Yeah.
And do they always find something?
Yeah, I'm mostly held together with spit glue.
Travis is
yeah.
Travis is about 20% robot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
you
am,
look well though.
Thank
you
you.
look healthy.
I've been I've been trying. Yet I find if you try it, life,
Isn't that
you
weird?
can try you can feel a little better about it.
Sometimes you don't want to though.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this about me. I think I've told you this, Erica. I don't think you know this about me. I'm literally dead inside. There's a piece of cadaver holding me together.
Why?
Inside, my bones in my back are fused together.
I do remember you going through something with your back. I do remember that.
So I'm Teflon, titanium, and cadaver in
oh
the
my
inside.
gosh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Are you in a lot of pain?
No, not anymore.
No?
Spent 10 years.
Really?
10 years hooked on opioids and completely unavailable to do things. And then I've spent the last 8 years trying to reclaim my life. So that's
oh
where.
my gosh.
So this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah,
And
guys,
that's-
welcome to Quick Question.
Hilarious.
Welcome to Quick Question, where we talk about mortality.
Yeah. Fun fact: all of us will be a cadaver one day.
Yes.
Can't make it out of your life.
No.
Full
No one's going to.
cadaver.
Erica, I'm sure you know the format of the old Quick Question.
Yes.
You are going to pick a question out of the Jar of Questions.
Woohoo!
Questions. In front of you is a jar or probably
vase.
a vase of questions. There are 0 answers inside that jar, but inside there is a question that is wanting you specifically to pick it out.
Be careful.
Uh-oh. What
So
if I get
here's-
okay.
Mix it up.
Okay, I'm
Get in
going to
there.
mix it up.
Any question that you want. It could be.
This is the sound of me mixing.
Yep. Yep, she's
Thank
not kidding.
you.
Not
Thank
kidding.
you.
An actual, for those who don't know, there's an actual jar and actual questions. This is not a bit. I mean, it's a bit, but we actually put a prop into
All right,
it.
here it is.
I
She got one.
I got one.
Here it is, folks.
So exciting.
Erica Rhodes, quick question.
Oh, this is funny. What is a hobby or passion you totally lost interest in?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Erica.
Let's see. Where do I begin? Pretty
where-
much every hobby I've ever had, I've eventually lost interest in.
I know a little bit about you since we see each other 2 times in our life. You used to play the cello.
Yes,
You're
know,
a cellist?
I have, and I've been thinking about taking it out of the case recently, but I have lost interest in it.
Have you really?
No, not completely. I wouldn't say totally. Like the question is, what passion have you totally lost interest
That's
in?
true.
I would not say I totally, because I still take it out once in a while. So I have not totally lost interest, but a lot of my interest has been dissipated.
Now, I will full disclosure. I wrote that question.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I wrote that.
Good
You
handwriting.
can tell by
Thank-
it's
really?
It's in
Yeah.
crayon.
That is the nice.
The ones in crayon were written by
This is good handwriting. This looks like a girl handwriting.
Well, because the first couple times he would write, he literally he rewrote questions many times before. He's like,
Yes, I did.
So
Oh,
he'd like
really?
write something like, "Can you read that?" I'm like,
I usually have the handwriting of a serial killer. Like it looks like something that you'd be like, "Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer wrote that."
oh, really?
Yeah.
I have
"You
bad
clipped this out of
handwriting.
magazines."
I mean, cello. It definitely fluctuates. Sometimes I'm really into it, and sometimes, but it's been months since
How-
I've taken it out of the case.
How old were you
so,
when you started playing the cello?
Like 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
You-
was
and
like
you
a
were- were you,
music
like, pretty good?
major in college. Yeah, it wasn't really a hobby. It was like I was gonna do it.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. That's
Right.
past hobby. That's
Yeah,
straight on.
that was like a
Like-
straight on.
That's what they do to the kids in North Korea. Like you're playing the cello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how North
Yeah,
Korea
I don't know if that's North Korea.
I'm telling. Did you ever see those the North Korean? Like, did you ever see
More
those
like
concerts?
Japan.
Do you ever see the
right? Or
concerts
China,
of like the North
China.
Korean kids? I swear to God, check this out. There's like little North Korean kids playing these giant guitars, and they're playing like perfectly.
Guitars? I don't think it's a guitar.
They're big guitars. Yes, I'll show you the video.
Okay.
You guys are.
Why
You know
is
what
she-
you guys are?
What?
You guys are cahooting against me today. That's
Well,
what you
you're
are.
the one telling us.
Cahootin?
You
Where are
guys
you
are
from,
cahooting.
Jonathan?
Chicago.
And you say cahootin?
I made it up.
Good word. I like it.
Thank you. But no, they play these guitars, and it's like a little concert, and they're all playing, and they're all doing, and they're like literally perfectly in sync, and it's pretty crazy.
All right, we'll have to check that out.
Is that why we don't like North Korea? Because they make their children play guitars?
No, I just like she
Why
said it wasn't.
guitars?
She wasn't a
I thought
hobby.
they were more
I
classical.
said it wasn't a hobby. It's like no, it's not a hobby for them either. It's like
Got
they're
it.
forced to play. You know.
Huh. I
Well-
want to see this video now. But yeah, I mean, cello was a big thing, and then when I was very little, I did ballet, and that I completely do not do anymore.
Not
Did
even.
you like it?
I loved it, but it was like an obsession, and I wanted to be like the best at it. And because I knew I wasn't going to be the best at it, I decided to just quit cold turkey one day. I went in and I just quit. And when I was 16,
Black
just
Swan
totally.
or like cold
Yeah.
turkey?
good one.
That's the sequel they're making right
That's
now.
a good one. Yeah, my life would be cold turkey. Yeah, that's really funny.
You're welcome.
See, I originally wrote that question because I used to collect so many different things. I used to collect Star Wars figures. I used to collect. That's a popular question.
I have a friend who still does that.
really?
A grown man.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
well,
he pays like thousands and thousands of dollars.
I
I
was
never got. I don't get the collecting thing.
I think it's my childhood wasn't what I wanted, so I figure if I just throw enough money at it, I can have the thing I wanted. And
Yeah,
then,
I went to Comic-Con once and I found it so depressing seeing these people carrying around these plastic bags just filling them with junk.
yeah,
And I was like, what purpose is this serving? You're just buying junk and putting it in a bag and, lugging it home.
yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Well, Comic-Con is why I started therapy. Like,
Oh,
I literally
really?
went to Comic-Con 3 years ago, and I just walked around
Depressed?
depressed. I started screaming at people, and I realized my problem was I was upset that I couldn't be happy the way those other people were, and I was just mad at them.
You thought they were happy?
There
They
are
don't-
people-
they're
yeah.
thrilled.
They didn't look happy to me at all. I went once and I was like, these are the most depressed people I've ever seen in my life.
But they're seeing whatever the thing is that's there, right? Whether it's a comic book character or a cool outfit or getting the action figure you've been looking for, they get thrilled by that. And I was like, I can't feel that. And I went, oh, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at me. And then,
Weird.
yeah.
That's like so the opposite
Yeah.
reaction. I saw a bunch of people with like empty holes, like trying to fill them with consumption. And to me, that was so depressing.
I think the consumption is a part of it, but I also think it's like they go there because it makes them happy. Like
But
grown men dressing up as their favorite superheroes
but
is
why?
them tapping
To
into.
me, I'm like, why would that make someone happy?
I don't have an answer for that. Like I went to, as Travis knows, I'm a magician.
This is true.
Oh, cool.
It's one of my hobbies.
I can 100% attest to this.
A hobby that you have not lost interest.
I have not lost interest. I was recently at the Magic Convention in Las Vegas,
Oh, fun.
and it truly makes me happy.
It
Like
was more
going.
of a gathering.
Gathering.
Oh boy.
Five people.
Get it? Magic the Gathering, the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know the
Oh,
game.
boy.
So yeah, I didn't get the reference. Sorry.
It's like
Sorry,
Dungeons and Dragons.
guys.
Wow,
Pun
you know,
lost
No,
on
whenever you hear me go, oh boy,
Yeah.
that's me.
It's
Yeah.
also, too, I've never had it in this few people to have someone just directly say, I didn't get the reference to me.
So, but I went to this Magic convention, and it truly made me happy. It's like being around a bunch of people with the same interests and kind of having a lot to talk about. I think that's what going to Comic-Con for a lot of people is. It's like it's going there and having a lot in common with a bunch of other people. Where maybe like in their everyday life, they might be kind of ostracized for, wanting to dress up like a superhero or playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like
Right.
that. This is where they're
Yeah.
surrounded by people that are all kind of in the same pot.
No, I get that. That's kind of a nice slant on it.
I'm not trying to twist it. She goes, "That's a nice take on it."
I'm such a cynic. I just looked at it and I was just like, this is the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life.
And I think that's a little bit of what I had, too. I think
But you sound like the reverse, where you were depressed. You thought everyone else was happy. And I
Because-
thought, God, these people are pathetic.
so much better than that. But it cuts to you just like in full blown cosplay. My costume is way better than theirs.
look at these peons,
These
not even capable. Yeah.
pathetic people. Oh my God.
Hysterical.
By the way, Erica Rhodes will be at this year's Comic-Con.
I'll be making an appearance. Now I know where I'll never get booked.
So what made you go to Comic-Con?
I was working. I was someone hired me to do one of their things.
like a show or a panel?
No,
or
no, not. I think this is before. This was a while ago. I think I said a couple years. It was before I probably was even doing stand up. I was like
okay.
running a booth of some sorts. I had to dress up like something. I honestly don't even remember what it was for. They gave me money to be there.
That's
so
the only
that's the
reason-
only reason I was there.
Look, I know I have a lot of people who go, or friends who go to those things, and I can't enjoy them anymore. But I can't enjoy anything to that level anymore. I don't have that
Yeah.
kind of thing in me. Like, I'm just trying to jettison things from my life as opposed to collect more things.
Great
at
word.
this point.
Well, did therapy
word.
help
Thank
you realize like what does make you happy, like the things that do make you feel
yeah,
good?
yeah. Judging others really makes me feel great.
Me too. That's what I do.
We were.
But you all also like you're not a
Yes.
huge fan of big crowds.
Oh no, I hate them. I absolutely hate them.
And what made you? What was your impetus to
Yeah,
go?
that's
to,
how it's
to
what I
Comic-Con?
hate too.
I used to work in animation, so I could always go to.
What?
That sounds like
I'm
you were
watching coffee,
impressed. That sounds like she was impressed by my statement more than you.
My electric
Yeah,
chair.
sorry, there was like a chair thing that just
You
happened.
coffee chair free to recline.
What else does it do?
It just reclines.
What else does it do? It transforms.
Ooh.
There you go.
You guys, this chair is so fancy. Wait, no, I can't. I have to get my coffee first. Get my coffee and then put the legs up. Sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying that I used to go to Comic-Con for work. I used to have to go for work. I wouldn't get paid, but it wouldn't cost me any money to go to it. I could go as a professional every year. And one year I decided to call in that thing, and it just did not sit well with me. So now
Did you actually screamed at someone?
I actually what?
You screamed at someone?
Oh, I probably yeah. I scream at people all the time.
You
Before-
really?
Before before either of you really knew me, like when I was OxyContin Travis by doctor's orders, frequently screamed at people. Frequently. Like
Wow.
Really?
yeah. Because when you're in pain and when you're on opioids, you're not really
Present.
you're just everything is just a instinctual. Like you're not putting any thought behind it. So I remember going to Guitar Center one time, seeing a guitar that was way too high for a person to reach. I went and grabbed a ladder out of the back, put the ladder out, tried to climb the ladder to go get it, fell off the ladder.
Oh,
And then they went, "Sir, can you?" And I went, "You don't fucking tell me!" And then I'm screaming at everybody in a store where I fell off a ladder.
right.
Weird.
Yeah.
But
I
see,
like this Travis
yeah.
better.
Yeah, this Travis is much better. He's not on. Yeah,
I like this Travis.
he's much calmer.
I can understand that though. I mean, sometimes you just need to scream. You know,
Yeah.
I do it in my car, which
Yes.
is probably better, safer.
That's a great
than
place
in
to scream.
public.
Yeah.
But that need to be like, oh, just you're so frustrated with something. Like I get that.
I do too, and I understand it more now that when you see somebody like that, it's not even about the thing that they're yelling at. It's a whole other.
Oh yeah, when I
layer
see
to it.
homeless people talking to themselves, I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. Like I never look at them and think they're crazy. I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty much there too. You know.
like
I'm
we're
one
not
step,
too far apart.
Yeah,
You
I'm
and I.
not. I'm one
We're not
step
too
away
different.
from
Yeah.
talking to myself on a street corner. Like I'm not that far away from that.
They're doing an Instagram story without Instagram. You know,
Yeah.
they're
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going
You know what?
live.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Homeless
That's
guys
actually
are us
really
without
funny.
a phone.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
Hey
you.
guys, can we just take a moment and like we're coming up with a lot of good material here.
Yeah.
You should record this.
We should. Oh my god! And then we should put it out for other people to listen.
Oh my god.
That would be
and
so
then call
cool.
it like a podcast or
Ooh,
something.
what'd you call? That's an interesting name.
I like it.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I like. Oh, and we can give people oranges at the beginning.
Oh my god, I love it. And what if we had like a jar of questions that we kind of
Speaking of questions, Travis,
Yes,
what's
sir.
a hobby that you totally let go of?
other than stand-up comedy at this point?
Well, collecting things.
5 shows coming up.
I have a few, yeah. I used to collect a lot. I used to collect everything guitar related. I used to have,
Oh.
He was the pedal guy.
yeah. That let's say that a little clearer because that sounds a little weird if you're
He was the pedal guy.
pedal guy. Yeah.
As opposed to what?
Pedo. It sounded a little
Oh,
pedo.
okay.
Just so.
Pedal.
pedal.
He was a
La, la,
pedophile.
la, la.
Yeah, I was a pedophile for sure.
Pedal. The pedal.
I was.
Pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh, I love puns. I love a good pun.
I was on several registers for sure.
Many mailing lists.
Yes. I would have to go door to door. I have this many pedals. I used to collect. I mean, I got to the point where I had, I don't know if I have a running total anymore, but I had at one point close to 1,000 guitar pedals. Like,
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah. Easily.
Just the pedals?
Just the pedals.
No, not one guitar
Why
though.
not the guitars?
He would just do air guitar and pretend.
Because guitars get, as you want to collect vintage guitars, they get very, very expensive, like
Oh.
tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for a while, when I started collecting them, you could go get a really collectible guitar pedal for a couple of $100. Well, then it
Whoa.
became several hundred, then it became several thousand, and now some pedals are just ridiculous. But I could go and decide I'm going to have one of every line of this pedal when it came out in 1984. I'm going to get all of them.
Wow.
So I had all of them.
Whoa.
And then it turns out that doesn't make you a better musician. It just makes you a guy with a bunch of shit.
A pedophile.
Right.
Yes, makes you a pedophile.
Pedophile just makes you a pedophile.
So I ended up trying to sell all the stuff, and
Did you make any money selling
no.
it?
You break
fuck.
even. You know, you'll. anything that's collectible is fickle. So one day this thing is worth $700, the next day it's worth $70.
Yeah, that's
you know?
a problem. And then you just have all this shit
Yeah.
in your like space. So you don't collect anything anymore.
I'm to the point now with music and even recording gear where I've invested all the money I'm going to invest. If I need something new, then something old has to go to fund the new thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not putting any new money in. I'm just removing around all the money I've already put into stuff.
That's smart.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think baseball cards were one of the ones that went out the window for me. I totally just lost interest. You know,
But
you were interested in
I
that?
was a huge baseball card fanatic growing up.
That I oddly get more than other things just because it's so vintage, like it's so classic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a classic thing to
I mean,
collect.
we would that's what you did. You would spend
Yeah.
all of your fucking allowance and your like summer job money on baseball cards.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did
What
you-
a waste.
And it's reminiscent of your childhood. Like there's
Yeah.
something like innocent and sweet about baseball card collecting.
Yeah, it
You
was.
know?
You know, it was indicative of a simpler time.
Yes. And they're so small, so they're not taking up that much space.
They take up a lot
As
of space
opposed
when you
to
have.
Petals.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Right. I just remembered I collect comic books. I totally forgot about
Oh,
that.
that's kind of
did- you
hip.
still do?
That's very
no,
hip.
I did.
That's hip.
It is now. At the
Do you
time,
still have your collection?
Yeah, it's worth nothing. It's
How do you know?
because I went and looked one day, and it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nothing at all?
Nothing. It's better for kindling than
Depressing.
anything else. Like if I need to start a fire, then I can take that stuff and I can start a fire
Jeez.
with
You
it.
might want to double check just to make sure.
I collected
Yeah,
stuff.
Some of them might be worth something.
Just might want to double check.
I started collecting comic books in like the late 80s, early 90s when they realized that people were collecting them with the idea that they were worth something in the future. So they would make things, they'd make more of them than there could ever be of value. So they would sell you something like this Todd McFarlane Spider-Man comic book is going to be worth hundreds of dollars in the future. So you buy I bought the silver copy and the
Oh,
gold
no,
copy.
they
and the
really-
yeah.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck is Todd McFarlane?
Todd McFarlane is a very, very, very famous comic book
Like
artist.
Butch Fig?
Butch Vig, not
Vig.
Fig. Got this huge. Todd McFarlane, actually, I can tie it back to baseball. Todd McFarlane is the guy who bought the 70th home run baseball.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he is a big sports and comic book guy, but do you know the comic book Spawn? They're getting ready to
Of
make.
course.
Yeah, that's Todd McFarlane.
Ah,
That's
got it.
yeah. There you go.
Did you ever do
Erica
any
has no idea what any of
I
it
have
is.
any
no idea.
collecting? Did you ever do any
I-
collecting?
I'm trying to think if I've ever collected anything.
Just the broken hearts
Broken hearts of men.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the broken hearts of men.
Oh, that's so true. No, just kidding. no, have I collected anything at all? No, I'm
Not
not.
even like-
I'm, no, I'm
Like, do you
not.
like save like old pictures or old notes or stuff like that?
I have journals.
You collected thoughts.
Yes, I collect thoughts. Yeah, that's it. I don't
Erica
have any.
Rhodes.
Yeah, besides the old journals, I don't have anything from I'm not a big thing person. I don't
don't like
need.
clutter.
I'm not materialistic.
I'm a clutter freak.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm borderline hoarder.
Really?
Oh, I thought you meant like you don't like clutter.
No, I just like I have clutter. I have shit everywhere.
What are you talking about? This is the nicest room I've been in.
Is this
But,
okay
like-
to put this here? Or am I gonna ruin your?
You might ruin it, but
Oh.
that's your
Well-
water bottle there too if you want.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Why don't your? What? Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, I have clutter everywhere, and it's just like
but
Melissa hates it.
I think clutter is
I
subjective.
don't see clutter anywhere.
don't
in here.
either.
I
Where's
hide
your
it.
clutter?
I hide it.
Well, then it's not
Like,
clutter
this
if
is like
you can
clutter,
hide it.
like stuff
no,
in there.
that's just a
No.
shelf.
That's a shelf with a few things
See,
on
that's what
it.
I think, but Melissa's gotten into my head and she tells me it's clutter. Like on top of the piano, like that's cluttered.
When are you getting married?
We've been engaged for 3 years.
Why aren't you getting married?
I bought a house instead of paying for a wedding.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
This guy's
Good
full of
answer.
answers.
Top 5 answers on the board for reasons they haven't gotten married.
I
What
bought-
does the survey say?
Bought a house. Ding. Number 1 answer.
Why aren't you married?
I don't know. Not the right people.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's
Tell us more about
in
this.
the
I don't
Erica
fall-
Rhodes world
I don't
of
fall for the right guys.
who is the right guy?
Yeah.
The one I haven't fallen for.
Okay, so let's talk about this. If you had to sculpt
Yeah.
your right guy,
Yeah.
who would it? What?
Where do we start?
Yeah. What's the prototype?
I think he has to make me think he's a little bit of a jerk and then not be a jerk. that my healthiest relationship, I thought he was kind of a player, bad boy when I was younger, and then he ended up being the sweetest guy I've ever dated.
So
when
but
you
he
broke
kind
up.
of
And that's when I broke up with him.
He tricked me. That's funny.
Yeah. What was your
funny.
last fight about? He was
And
too
that's
thoughtful.
That's hysterical.
I need a little bit of a like attitude. I like guys with a little edge.
Now, do you like the public attitude and you know the softer side?
I
that
like
that's what you get?
Yes, that's what I like. Yeah.
Got it.
But if they really are an asshole, it doesn't work out.
So asshole in the streets, not asshole in the sheets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
A lady
Sort-
on the
sort
streets,
of.
but a freak in the bed.
What?
Yeah.
Ludicrous.
Okay.
Something. I don't know.
Is that Chris rhyme? He's like, I want a lady in the streets, but a
you're-
freak in the bed.
That doesn't rhyme.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd do better with the
I think
rhyming.
I'm picking up like the second half of the verse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or was Ludacris's whole thing was like, I don't even rhyme. I'm
No,
ludicrous.
Ludicrous rhymes. He's good.
Oh, he is? Okay. I
So
don't know rap.
continue.
Oh,
That was it. You just want a bad
oh,
guy
no,
who's
no,
really
no,
good.
no. I don't want. I think I like really smart guys, and I get bored easily. So I
Do you want
can't-
him smart in public but dumb? Just
Yeah, I want him dumb when he's with me. No, I mean I've dated the last guy I dated was a comic, and that's just not
Don't
gonna
do
work.
that.
It's
No.
not. It was a
Mm-mm.
mistake. You
Yeah,
know,
I've dated
we
actresses
can't.
before too. It's just
We're too similar in certain ways, and not. It's just like constant headbutting.
You have two people who have to be the funniest person in the room.
Exactly,
You can't do
and
it.
two
yeah.
and two people who need the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I need a guy who's okay not being in the spotlight. I think.
you're like, I need a guy
I think
who
we
just
yeah.
stands in the shadows.
No, but,
and
but
more and more specifically, my shadow.
the problem is that I do like performers, though. You know.
I
They're
think-
fun, right? Here's the thing. I don't think I can ever be with an introvert. Like I need.
He
I need
says,
to be,
looking directly at me, the guy who rarely leaves the house.
No.
I
I mean,
know.
like just like when we're out in public though. Like if we're we can talk. I don't know if I can ever date somebody who's like shy and like not outgoing. Like I need that energy. Like
Right. Is your fiance an
she's
actress?
she's not an actress, but she's very She's very
Outgoing?
extroverted. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of an introvert in some ways.
Really.
Yeah.
That's not been my experience. You've always been the.
I can fake it, but I need a lot of like very alone. I need a
She's
lot
like,
of
I need a
alone
lot
time.
of alcohol.
Yeah. No, I need a lot of like quiet alone time. I'm kind of a loner. Like I'm not a big social person.
Most
I
comics.
just picture her like playing
yeah.
Metallica by herself on her cello.
No.
It's like, I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel. No one?
I know what you're.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Pee-wee
know
Herman.
that line.
Pee-wee's
What's
Big
that
Adventure.
from?
Pee-wee's
Oh,
Big
yeah,
Adventure.
yeah, I'm
a
a
loner,
loner.
Dottie, a rebel.
Yeah.
I
That's
find
a good, yeah.
I find a lot of comics are kind of mean,
Introverts.
yeah because the whole thing is my thing is I became a comic because everything I had to do in a group didn't work out.
Yeah, me
So
too.
it kept getting smaller and smaller till it was just me.
Yeah, that's what I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand like
Interesting.
people who are in these groups of comedy friends. Because I'm like, the whole reason I do comedy is because I'm a loner. Like I like doing a thing alone. I like going to a show alone, leaving alone, performing alone. And then I went to a meeting recently where they're like, "So who are your comedy friends?" And I was like, "Comics have friends? Like since when? Like I don't really have. I mean, I have friends, but like." Overall, I'm
So
not
you don't
like
really
a
hang out with comics outside of shows.
I mean, I do a little bit, but like not. I don't pursue it. I'd probably be further along in my career if I did.
You're
but-
doing fine. You're doing fine.
making me feel like shit over here. No, I
Why?
don't-
You should be. What?
Oh no, I'm beating myself up that I'm not more social. I feel like I should be more social.
I think you.
Well, if there's any consolation, we're really proud that you came and did this today.
Oh,
I
thank
think
you.
it's a big step in the right direction
Right.
for you.
Thanks so
And-
much, guys.
Erica, you're probably wondering why we asked you here. And
Yes, it's an intervention.
it's an
isn't it?
Extravention.
It's an introvention.
Extra,
yeah.
Extravention.
You are on fire with the puns today.
Thank you so much.
Pun
Dad jokes
fire.
all
Yeah,
day.
all
Dad
day.
jokes all day.
I will always love a good pun.
But have you noticed that some people it just drives them? It infuriates them.
They
it
hate
makes them
puns.
insanely
What's
mad.
wrong with
Really?
those
I
don't
horrible
know.
people?
I don't know.
No, I've never.
I have
heard
no
that.
You
idea.
hate a pun. What did it ever
Do you hate
to
puns?
you?
Oh my god! Do I hate? I love puns. I live for puns.
Yeah,
Puns
love
are
I
my
know
favorite
everything
thing.
there is to know about puns.
Most of my
Do
tweets
I
are
like-
just puns. That's all they are.
Yeah, I love puns.
I just did one
Like Han
yesterday.
Yolo.
Han Yolo is the
And the
pilot
Millennial
of
Falcon.
the Millennial Falcon, yeah. I just did one yesterday that made people super mad. I said, my main problem with In-N-Out isn't that they gave money to the GOP. It's that they have always been trying to put their Christian agenda on their packaging. There's supposed to be a separation between church and steak. That is my favorite joke.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I love it. I think
I'm
it's
smiling.
Yes.
It's getting there. It's a little worm. It's an earworm. It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's an earworm.
It's fun. It's a good
I don't know
joke.
if it's an earworm. Isn't an earworm something that catches in your ear?
Like, yeah, you can't.
Like a
like an
song.
earworm is like a song. You can't
Yeah,
get
it's
rid
a
of
song you can't
I
get
like
rid
it.
of.
I like it.
I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's good.
The only thing is I don't associate In-N-Out with steak.
Okay, if we're going to do the...
And does In-N-Out do vegan burgers?
Like
No.
burgers.
So when's the last time you went to In-N-Out?
In-N-Out's been in the news lately because they gave money
I know that,
to
but
the... I don't know the last time I went to
Oh,
In-N-Out.
okay.
This is where this devolved. Someone went, well, blah, blah, blah. And I went, actually, I don't like
He's
any...
a hardcore vegan
I'm a
now.
hardcore vegan.
Are you really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Been 8 months.
Well,
God.
depending
I
on...
can't.
The other day,
The other day I broke veganism.
he's
for-
not vegan anymore. He had to
had
soak
a-
his dick in a glass of milk.
Yeah, it happened.
It's a true story.
What? For
Yeah.
why?
He's making chili oil extract.
I made chili oil extract. I thought I'd washed my hands enough.
Oh
It
my
turns out I
God.
had not.
Oh my God.
So when I went to use the restroom, I
oh
started
no.
screaming.
Oh my
He
God.
started screaming, "My dick is!" I'm
Oh
telling this
my
story like I was
God.
there, but I just heard this so many times and I love it.
I screamed, "My dick is spicy" to my wife,
Oh my God.
and she didn't know what that meant. And for whatever reason,
She's like, yes, it is.
The funniest part about this story, is that they're both vegan, and he's been vegan for 8 months, and they had milk, and I was like, that can't be good milk. He's like, oh no, I wouldn't drink it. He said, I go, no, but you soak your dick in it.
Maybe it was almond milk. Was it almond milk?
no. It's got to be there's something.
Gotta have lactose.
It's got to have lactose to
Wow.
stop the fire.
I think you're still a vegan. It's okay. It's allowed.
The online forum I went to disagrees.
Oh
It says-
my.
Are you seriously went
Are
to
you
like?
seriously asking an online forum?
Yeah, I went to
Oh my God.
Milk Genitals. It's a Reddit.
Oh
I found-
my God.
Dud.
I'm disturbed.
His new nickname is Milk Dud. Wait, that's something we keep. It's a
It
whole,
was
it's a
it's
whole
you
thing.
know. All
Okay.
right.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So, anyways, collecting hobbies. Any other hobbies?
Me?
Yeah.
I still play guitar. I still try to. I actually went
Yeah.
and saw a friend's band last night, and I was like, fuck, I don't miss the act of trying to be in a band or having to move the equipment, but I miss that like live performance part of being in a band.
I hear you.
I don't want to move an amp ever again. I want to just
No.
stick it in the corner. I'll put mics in front of it. I'll do
That's
all
what
of
I
that.
love about comedy, that it's just, you don't need anything, just a mic.
just constant
you know?
attention, just new material, just
Well, but you don't need to carry a cello around or a guitar
no.
around.
The emotional
You don't
baggage is
need
much too heavy.
It's true. It's true.
You know, here's a hobby that I gave up. And you know what? I wonder what would happen if I took it back up.
What is it?
Oh, what is it?
Mhm.
Playing with toys. Just action figures and shit like that.
No.
you do that
don't.
as a child or
Yeah, I
as
used
an
to
adult?
love action figures like G.I. Joe and shit like that.
But not as an adult.
But why do you give them up?
Because it's not, because your imagination dies.
So, you know,
So they're
have you ever
not
done
real
have you,
anymore.
Have you ever done an escape room?
No.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
she's
the,
done a lot of open mics, and it's pretty much the same.
it's like
My
you,
life
you gotta
is an
figure out how to get the fuck out of
escape
here. No, escape rooms are cool, and it's like the first time I've experienced in years that feeling of playing with your friends as a kid again. You
Mm.
know, because you're put in these like random themed rooms, and
Aw.
it's really cool, and like they're challenging and they're so much fun. But it's like for a minute you find yourself getting lost in like the theme of the room and stuff like that. So
Why
but I
don't
really
you do
wonder why-
board games? That's kind of a similar thing because you bring a group of people together.
I don't do well with board games.
Really?
No.
I like board games.
I love board games. I'm uber competitive.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yes, I
But
can.
that's fun.
Having done an escape room with him, it's not so much a play as it is a mission.
Like we have to
yeah.
get the fuck out, otherwise
Yeah.
I won't be able to sleep that night.
Wow.
And when it was done, he was like, "Let's go do another one." Like you were ready to go. You
Oh,
wanted
right
to go
in.
track them
Right
down.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun. You don't want people who don't really care. You want people who care.
What's your
That's-
favorite board game?
Well, I'm always like a Scrabble person.
Ooh.
I like
Oh,
Scrabble.
You're a
Classic.
Words with Friends kind of girl?
I've never done that one.
She just
No.
said she doesn't have a lot of friends. You can't play words with friends if you don't go and
You play random
Aren't
people
they
online.
virtual friends? They're
Yeah,
virtual.
it's just you
friends.
play random
No,
people
I like
online. It'll like match you
Scrabble.
with somebody your skill set.
Oh,
I like
really?
Around the
Scrabble
world.
in real life, like in a
You
group.
like getting in the other person's fucking head across the table.
Yeah, I play with my parents when I visit home. Yeah,
do
they're
you,
they're hardcore. They do like competitions and stuff.
Your
there's
parents do Scrabble
competitions?
Scrabble competitions?
Yeah, my mom like holds like tournaments
What?
at her house. Yeah, they're
Is this
really
in,
into
is this
it.
in Minnesota?
Newton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like Scrabble experts.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that like a circuit or is it just in the town? Like how
No,
does it?
no, it's just her friends. It's
Oh,
not like
oh,
I
oh.
don't mean it like official.
I was thinking it's like
Yeah.
you're like
No, I
you
mean
know,
she has like tournaments with her
these
friends.
are like
but,
commissioned by Hasbro. You know,
no, this isn't like this isn't like an official tournament. It's just her friends getting together and having but they really adhere to the rules and like they're really strict about it.
Can
And,
you call out? Can you call a challenge if you're like that's
Yeah.
not a word?
oh yeah, we challenge all the time. Yeah.
dude, yeah. I'm also the kind of guy that like I don't believe in letting children win.
No, my mom would not allow that.
You mean
Not even with mini golf.
You mean
No, like I
Or no
compete.
cheating. No
I
cheating.
took my niece bowling the other day,
Yeah.
and like literally, I won, but I made it go down to like I kept it close, but I still won.
when you say you don't,
with your with the kids?
Yeah,
you mean not like allowing them to win, not like
Right, not
I'm
letting
not
Every
gonna like
child-
just let them win.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
have a funny story. One time when I was in high school, I played ping pong. My sister was 3 years older than I was. She is. And she had her college friends come visit, and one of them was this guy, and he played me in ping pong. And at the end of the game, I won, and I was so proud because he was pretty good, and it was a really close
He
call.
didn't say it, did he?
He said, I played with my left hand. And I went up to my room sobbing. I mean, I was so upset.
How old were you?
And I was like 16,
Okay.
15 or 16. I sobbed in my room, and my mom comes up and she goes, "You don't do that to Erica." She like told the guy, she's like, "You do not let her win. You do not do
That's
that to Erica."
hysterical.
Oh boy, good luck to you. 'Cause
And that's when you started to realize I like a guy who's kind of a dick, but then he's nice
Yes.
in other ways.
That's some full circle
where
shit
it
right
all
there.
started.
I was so upset because I wanted to win. I wanted to win square and fair. Like I was like pretty good at ping pong.
Yeah.
Not good enough to win, but
I haven't played ping pong in forever.
I love ping pong.
I used to be okay, and we had like a really small rinky-dink table back in Chicago. My dad used to play ping. My dad loved ping pong. Now he gets winded. Serious. My dad's a robust fellow. He gets
Robust
winded.
fellow.
Yeah,
I love billiards. Billiards is a game I always play.
You mean pool? Same
Yeah,
thing, right?
sure.
Yeah.
Billiards.
Pool to the layperson. Billiards pool to the layperson.
Are you playing like a 9-ball or an
I
8-ball?
play 8-ball, 9-ball. I go to the Brickyard. Good pool tables.
Oh, that's a local. Okay, it sounds like
Go to the Brickyard.
I go to the Brickyard.
Break some concrete and then go shoot pool afterwards. Jesus Christ.
I like racket sports. I like ping pong, badminton. I always wish
You're
I
like a
played
little
tennis.
athlete. You're an athlete.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. No. I only do yoga now. I don't do any.
That's athletic.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I
no.
can touch my knees when I stood up. Like I'm so inflexible. Not flexible?
I used
Inflexible.
to run, and running is definitely an activity I've lost complete interest
Oh
in.
my God.
Me too. I used to run track, and now I
Yeah,
fucking hate running.
I hate running now.
I run an hour every day, but I
What?
have to do it on an elliptical because I can't do it because of my knees and my back. I can't do it on pavement.
I don't think running's that good for you.
Not on the pavement. No, it's terrible. Only run if something's chasing you. That's the only reason to
Yeah,
to
I
run.
mean, I just don't think it's natural, and it's hard on your
Running?
knees. Yeah, no, it's hard on your knees and your joints and everything. And
I think running on concrete, yeah. But
It's-
grass,
I
like
mean-
a nice track wouldn't be bad.
I just used to do long distance running when I was younger.
Do, like cross country stuff.
Yeah, I did I ran 2 half marathons.
Jeez,
Yeah,
that's a full marathon.
Yeah.
It's like a full marathon over 2 days.
within 5 years. Like
I ran a marathon over 5 years.
Oh, you ran a marathon? What was your
Yeah.
time? 5 years.
That's funny. I like that joke. But yeah, I just lost interest in running. I'll still run if I have to. I'll run, but
I think when I met you, you were still running.
really,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go through phases, but overall, I don't really do it anymore.
What's something you do now that's like a new interest for you?
A
Other than
new
yoga.
one.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like
I
what's
don't
a
think
new
I have
what's a new hobby you've picked up?
I don't really have a new one.
Because I've gotten really
Maybe you
into
have a new one?
I got really into making coffee. Like I'm really into
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
love
like, no,
coffee.
He's like in deep.
Really?
Yeah.
He's in deep.
I made a cup of coffee yesterday that I was like, this is a $20 cup of coffee, like easily.
How did you make it?
Picks out the beans. He selects his own beans, grinds them himself. He makes his own cold brew.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I'm so fascinated by like that level of attention to detail. Like I've never been someone like that, but I so admire people like that. Like
It's
that is a trait I really wish I had.
About coffee or about anything?
Everything. You know that quote where it's like if the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I'm like, so I'm just kind of like a disaster with everything. But like some people, like if you can put that attention into anything, I'm amazed. That amount of attention.
I have to do it so I can stay awake. Like it's it's one of those
well,
like
you don't. No, you don't.
I swear to God, I've gotten to the point now where like if I'm so caffeinated that first thing I have to do when I wake up, then it gets to be about 2:00 and it's like I'm going to fall asleep if I don't drink it, and now I have decaf in the evening, so I.
But it doesn't have to be the best cup of coffee
Every time,
For him,
everyone
100%.
has to be. I am such a snob. about it.
100%.
Yeah.
But saying you're a snob versus saying you have to be awake, it's not a necessity to have it be perfect. You don't need it to be perfect.
He is Paul Giamatti in Sideways when it comes to wine.
I am. That's very accurate. I'm just going through a big crisis in life.
No, but I meant just the way he like thinks of, the way he like deals with wine. Like
yes.
you know?
Yeah. I'm not drinking any fucking Starbucks.
No, exactly. Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I don't like Starbucks really either.
I don't drink coffee.
He says that, but we go to coffee pretty regularly.
I
Yeah.
pretty
I do
much
it for you,
have
Trev.
to. I love coffee.
I'd let you win.
He does let me win. In the game of life, he lets me
In the
win
game
at
of
coffee.
going to coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like whiskey. I don't drink
He's
drink
a
coffee.
big whiskey drinker.
I like tequila.
Really?
I would not have pegged you for a
Yeah,
tequila
no
drinker.
one really pegs me for tequila, but yeah, I'm really into tequila.
I would
really
think you're
love.
like Boston. If you're like Minnesota, you'd be like a beer girl.
No, I hate beer.
Really?
Not a beer drinker.
All right. I know very little about spirits.
What about ghosts? Do you know anything about ghosts?
I don't. I know nothing
You're in
about
luck.
that. Yeah. But if you die with unfinished business,
Yeah.
how do you become tequila? What's the difference between mezcal and tequila?
Mezcal's like very smoky,
Yeah.
but I don't know the difference in like how
But
it's
tequila
made.
has to be
I
from
don't know
tequila,
how
Mexico. Mezcal has to be from a different region.
But isn't it all agave?
It's agave, but it's the way it's like literally if you tasted mezcal, it'll taste like your drink. It'll smell like a smoky scotch.
It's so
It's
good.
like Chipotle flavor.
I love it.
I'm not even kidding. It's like
It's-
it's like a campfire.
Interesting.
So good.
Yeah.
I love that smoky taste. I don't like anything sweet. So I like smoky or spicy.
You are the.
You would be a good. You would like scotch.
I do like scotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
John over here, spokesperson for Scotch.
I used to
Hey
like,
guys, I'm John Sadowski for Scotch.
What's it gonna do? What is it gonna take today to get you into some Scotch
Nebraska.
today?
Is that the sponsor for the podcast? Scotch?
I'm not sure what we have.
What's today's episode brought to you by?
Today's episode is brought to you by Broken Dreams. Broken Dreams.
Scotch.
Yeah.
Broken Dreams. Scotch. Broken Dreams is a great name for a fucking whiskey brand.
Yes.
What did I see? I saw some billboard for tequila that was ridiculous the other day. It was like it was the dumbest slogan I have ever. Let me see if it's in my phone.
While you're looking that up, I keep
Yeah.
meaning to ask you if you have posed for any photos in front of Bank of America lately.
Oh my God. Yeah, I keep meaning.
what?
I keep taking pictures of it.
I don't.
They keep advertising my name.
A Bank of America has their own Siri that they're calling Erica because it's the last part of America. So every Bank of America says, "Hi, I'm Erica" in front of
Oh,
it. And I
that's
keep thinking
hysterical.
that she needs to stand in front of one of them because it would be a great photo.
That's really funny.
You should be sponsored by Bank of America. You should be the voice of Erica.
I mean, I'm feeling a little bit like taken advantage of every time I see
Yeah.
that. I'm like, I should get commission on this. You
uh,
know?
questionable, but sure. Let's go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes. You should get commission.
Questionable? What?
That you would be able to get commission on that. I don't think that's.
It's my name.
It's true. When I think of Erica, she's the first Erica I think
Thank
of.
you.
There you go.
Thank you. I just like that there's a big one by my ex-boyfriend's place.
Oh, so he's just
so
like,
that every time he
"Son of a
drives
bitch."
by,
Yes.
he sees, "Hi, I'm Erica. Text me if you need anything." And it's like a huge thing, and I'm like, I hope he sees that every day.
And every day he's like, I can't.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't do
exactly.
it.
Can't text you.
I think the best liquor billboard I ever saw. It was during the holidays in Chicago, and it said Ingle L's, and it said, "What's the holiday without J and B?"
Jim Beam? Or is J&B
J&B
an
is a
actual
Scotch.
thing?
J and B Scotch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have zero.
No knowledge of
billboard-
spirits.
I know nothing.
No
of
knowledge of spirits. Let's check back in with Erica. Eric Rhodes.
I'm trying to find it, and I have too many notes here. I can't find. It's the dumbest. It was basically the most superficial slogan I've
It was
ever
like,
seen.
be good looking, drink tequila.
Yeah, it was something like fame doesn't last forever, but perfection does, or like perfection doesn't last forever, but fame does. Like one of those.
Brought to you by George Clooney's
Yeah.
tequila.
Fortaleza. No, that's not Fortaleza. He does Casamigos.
Casa Amigos. Should we review?
We should review. Review.
First of all, you're going to lose interest in something.
You are going to lose interest in something, but that doesn't mean you have to continue to lose interest in it. Take the cello, for example.
Wait, what? You're going to lose interest in something?
you just
but
said
that
the
doesn't mean
opposite.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to keep the interest lost. You can rediscover things.
You can come back to something.
Yes, like action figures or a cello.
Or guitar pedals.
There you go.
If you collect guitar pedals, you are...
A pedal file.
Uh,
Erica's still
Eric-
looking for this damn billboard.
It's such a bad billboard, but I don't think.
it's so bad it's not even in your phone.
I know, it's like, it's annoying when you can't find something, though.
Though you may not see eye to eye
Mm-hmm.
with convention goers, conventions often offer a safe space, a place where you can go to mingle with people who are like-minded
And if you're going to go to them, you should be paid.
and not on OxyContin.
That's true. Do not go anywhere on OxyContin. If you get pulled over while you're on OxyContin, make sure you have a copy of your prescription with you. That is very important. That's
Very important.
100% true
Very
fact.
important.
That got me out of a lot of tickets.
Don't pull ladders out of the back of a Guitar Center.
Don't go climb a ladder and then get mad at someone else when you fall.
Yep.
Wow, we learned a lot today.
What else we got?
Erica prefers a bad boy.
Erica Prefers a Bad Boy is the name of her book. Erica Prefers a Bad Boy.
Because at one point,
When you
yeah.
write your book, and you're going to write a book, it needs to be called Erica Prefers a Bad Boy.
It should be called, "Hi, I'm Erica. I prefer a bad
I
boy."
prefer a bad boy.
But that's not really true. I want a good guy.
You want a good guy?
Erica Prefers a Bad Boy. Parentheses. But not really.
but not really.
Yeah, I like that better.
It's very catchy.
Erica, tell us your socials.
At Erica Rhodes on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
and Erica Rhodes 22 on Instagram. I just made a video of you guys.
Oh my
just now.
God.
Aw.
So you should tell me your Instagrams.
We are going to.
I'm at Mr. Travis Clark.
Okay.
I am at Sadowski23 on Instagram and Twitter.
And-
We are at QuickQPod on Twitter and Instagram.
And I guess we still have a Facebook page, so go there if you want to know about new episodes.
Guys, please rate and review the podcast.
Yes.
Tell your friends about the podcast.
I'll tell everyone I know.
Tell everyone you know. Tell all
this
your
was
friends.
really fun.
Oh, we're so glad you came on.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes podcasts can be like,
Pulling
tedious.
teeth? Yes, yes.
But this flew by, and you guys have really good chemistry
We've been here for
together.
3 hours.
Yeah, you didn't know that, right?
She actually looked at her clock.
I was like, what the?
Quick question.